What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video and watching. If you enjoy watching these videos, go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on this video. I really would appreciate that. Pretty excited to share this week's video. I got to sit up in a tree and hunt with a buddy of ours, Toby Essick. He's one of the owners of Black Widow Bows. It's a shop here locally in Nixon, Missouri. They make traditional bows, long bows, recurve bows, anything like that. Been wanting to hunt with them for a while and get a traditional kill on camera, and we're successful at that. So pretty excited to share this video with you. Hope you enjoy. Before I get to the hunt, I'm going to show you guys the Black Widow Bows headquarters here in Nixon, Missouri. One of the owners, Toby Essick, who I'm filming for the hunt. He was one of the first guys that ever hired me for paid video work in the outdoor industry, like 2015-ish, somewhere in that time frame. So been really wanting to do a hunt with him using his traditional archery equipment and kind of make a whole video about the Black Widow bow business and Toby himself. So Toby's at the shop today, so I'm going to take you guys over there, kind of do a walkthrough of their shop, and maybe he'll do a quick rundown of the process of making a bow. But if you guys are interested in any kind of traditional archery gear, I would definitely visit Black Widow Bows. They have a website. You can find their address there. Their phone number's right there on their website. And give them a call. I think they do custom bows. They do, they sell equipment, accessories, arrows, all that kind of stuff for traditional hunters. So we're almost to the shop now. We'll do a quick tour, and then we'll go into the hunt with Toby.
These are just some handles all laid out in the stages. We'll glue the lower up first, clean it up, and then add all the upper material to that. A lot of glue lines for strength, durability, but all lines up and looks good. Those will all go in on these forms, and then all clamped down, with clamps on them to hold everything down, and slid into the oven here and cure it out. This guy's actually just glued this limb all together. As it gets glued on, we put it on forward, put the metals on it, and again, he'll start putting clamps on everywhere through every so often, then actually take a torque wrench and put a certain amount of torque on each clamp, depending on where throughout the bow it's at, And again, slide it in. How'd I do, Bailey?
Is that taco meat in there?
I mean, that's secret bow formula stuff right there.
What'd you say? That's what?
Secret bow formula stuff right there. We can't elaborate on that. After we cook it for the allotted time, it comes out. We've held our recurve shape. We're ready to cut this in half, drill it upper, lower, put the tips on, and start finishing it out. So after the bows, we showed you the Osage up there, the lower. We glued all the upper on there. We put the butt blocks on it. We've got it drilled, our upper and lower. Now we're ready to stick it in our CNC. Put it in. Whatever program, Asbel, cooling, low risk, whatever it may be, we'll stick it in. Takes about 45 minutes. And, now we've got our dimensions that we need for our limbs are all very accurate. So anytime you order limbs or anything in the future, they're going to fit, and they're going to fit really good. After we've ran the limbs and we've got it tapered down, We got our upper limb, our lower limb, the tips on them. Now we're ready to put our riser with it. These risers have been cleaned up and actually had just a real heavy coat of epoxy on them. Now we're going to take these and put them on the actual limbs they go to, and these will all be sanded completely back down to bare wood again. But since we've already put a primer coat on them, basically they'll have a nice smooth finish when that's ready to to get finished out. Okay, after we've put them together now, our next step, we're going to put this on the scale, check the weight of it. Hopefully it's what the customer's ordered, but we'll normally pull them to 28 inches, check the weight on it. This one's at 48 pounds right now, probably hasn't been sanded or anything like that. By the time we finish it out, it's probably looking at about a 47-pound set of limbs. But
what's a kind of beginner set of limbs?
Beginner set of limbs, I try to steer people, no more than 45, 40 pounds is a good.
So like say a guy that's been hunting, like me, what if I switched over that's been using a compound?
I would try to recommend around 45,
really?
Or maybe
Till
even a little under.
Yeah,
You'd never want to overbow yourself.
Yeah.
Worst things you can do when getting into traditional, when you buy a traditional bow, worst thing you do is overbow it. You won't like it. It just won't be fun for you.
That's pretty much the same thing on compound too. It's like everyone always wants to go to 70, but it's not.
Exactly.
I dropped my bow down to like 65 because it's just easier.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just, with new materials and stuff, the way bows are designed, it doesn't take the 60, 70 pounds that people once thought it took, to be effective deer hunting, Came in here yesterday and put 2 coats of epoxy on these. Come in here today, look for any imperfection, a run or some lint or something, which we probably found in a couple of these. But now he's putting the 3rd coat on, which is a flat, also an epoxy. Putting the flat on them and finishing them out. These will set through the weekend, Monday morning. They'll start taking them down, drilling them for quiver, whatever it may be, putting the inserts in them and send them to their forever home.
It's 5 o'clock, heading over to Toby's house right now. It really seems like the last couple days with some cooler weather, the pre-rut activity has really picked up. One of my dad's buddies last night actually killed a buck, and he was pushing does around and going to a scrape right in front of a stand. So this particular spot, this is supposedly Toby's little honey hole back here. He's had some pretty good success there on a southeast wind on a morning hunt. So fingers crossed we can get something on film. It'd be really cool to film a traditional hunt. I haven't really ever filmed one before, so it'd be really sweet if we can get one on camera here this morning. You gotta get the exact coordinates of your location.
I've got a blindfold back here I'm gonna put on you.
I'm gonna set some pins.
That way you can't tell Presley or anybody. We finally got us an east wind. Going to the old famous east wind stand this morning. See what's shaking.
Film my first trad kill here.
That's right, we hope. She dropped hard right when I shot. Did you see that? Not the shot I was hoping for, but
Yeah. She ducked you pretty good. She was on alert.
yeah. Yep, it was almost a miss.
No track job, at least.
Pretty short track job. That kind of all come together right at the last second, didn't it?
Yeah. We were messing around looking at some other deer further up here. And Toby was like, hey, right here in front of us.